Hi, welcome back to Python 9. Today we're going to be covering further statistical graphs. I'm going to show you how to make a fill-between graph and also how to make a rolling average graph as well. So let's begin. Here we are. We're covering the fill-between graph first. So we want to present trends and errors in our data. We want to show which readings have smaller error margins than others in order to confidently say what the temperature is. We will first use standard deviation to make a fill-between graph. We're going to set up the libraries as such and read in our data. I'm assigning each thermometer's data. Remember, it comes from the results CSV. So we've got time, we've got the Dallas thermometer, the PT1000 thermometer, which is the analog one, and the TSIC one as well. And we've got our solar panel voltage as well. So I'm assigning each of these columns to their own variable. So we've done that. And now I'm going to calculate the standard deviation of the PT1000 and assign that to its own variable. And this is what we get. So this is the standard deviation of the PT1000. So it's pretty big. We should probably round that a bit. So let's round them to 5 decimal places. So all of them are now rounded to 5 decimal places, and we've given a variable name for the Dallas and TSIC as well. So now we're on to a fill-between graph. So what actually is a fill-between graph? Well, a fill-between graph plots the shaded area between two lines. We can take our original temperature line and add and subtract the standard deviation from the original line to get two new lines that will represent one standard deviation on either side as a shaded area. You could also do this as well if you find the error in your temperature sensors, then you could also add and subtract that as well. But we're just going to use the standard deviation in this example. So here's the function, and here are the parameters as well. So it's plot.fill_between, and then our parameters are x, which is the x values, and then you've got two y values to add in. You've got the upper line, which is y1, and you've got the lower line, which is y2. And you've also got the color change and the alpha value as well. Alpha contains the value for transparency, so it runs between 0 and 1. So color as well, that's a string. So you could type in red, blue, green, yellow, purple as a string, and Python will understand what color you would like your line to be. If you're a UK English speaker or speller, then make sure that you spell color without a U, as Python was developed in America. So you need to stick to Americanized spellings for your formal parameters. For your own variables, you can call them whatever you want. You can put U's and all sorts in there. So let's see an example code of just one line just now. So we're going to do the TSIC line. So the upper line here, we're adding on the standard deviation, we're adding it on. And for the lower line, we're taking it away. We're changing the figure size and we're filling between, so we've got the x value, which is time, our upper line, our lower line. We're changing the color here. I've got a hex value for a color. It's going to be a nice light blue, and the transparency is set to 0.5. So here we are. The alpha value also runs from 0 to 1. So it's always going to be, well, you can have an integer 0 and 1, but it's going to be a float value in between that. If I change it to 0, you'll see we have nothing. If I change it to 1, it's going to be a solid block of color. There we are. But we want to keep it around 0.5. We'd recommend about that. Because what you're going to do next is actually plot on the original line. How might we plot that? Same as usual, just plot the line on. So we're plotting x and TSIC, and then we're plotting the fill between below. And we're only using one plot.show, which means they all show up on the same axes here. So we can see that it's transparent, so it's showing up, and the original line is showing up very clearly. So this is good. This is what it looks like. This is what we're aiming for. And we're going to have 3 of these lines all together on the same graph, but it's up to you to put that on. I'm just showing you how to do the TSIC as an example. So once you've got them all on, you'll see that the colors overlap, and you can sort of determine what the actual temperature might be from all 3 of your sensors. So next up is the rolling average graph. This is the end of part 1. Part 2, we're going to go into quite a lot of detail on how to make the window and how to sort of make your own function in order to make the rolling average graph. So I will see you in that video. Bye for now.